All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this great episode of your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, it is 11 days to the day the planned nationwide protest begins, and the APC continues to look for ways to ensure that this protest does not hold. Now, those who didn't understand why I said Igbos must stay away from the protest can now understand. The government is confused since they can no longer confidently tag this an Igbo protest. Joe Igbokwe came out to say Igbos in Lagos should not protest against TINUBU, and Yorubas responded by saying the protest is for their own survival, not for any race, and that Joe Igbokwe should take his shameless self back to his gutters. Northern clerics have tried to dissuade northern youths, but it didn't work. Oba of Lagos tried to deceive Lagosians. It didn't work. Now, the APC have coined out another method to try to see if they can dampen the mood of northern youths towards this protest. Because, to be honest, that is the region they fear the most. The APC has paid some northern so-called student leaders to begin issuing statements of withdrawal from the planned nationwide protest. So finally, they have seen that none of their gimmicks using their cronies will work. They have now come down to the grassroots to begin bribing some perceived influential figures amongst northern students. But northern students and other northerners, upon seeing that update, issuing a withdrawal from the nationwide protest, dismissed it as a big lie, saying nothing would stop them from coming out massively to protest against the failure of this government. They blasted the so-called northern student leaders that issued that statement, saying 2, 3, or 4 people cannot change the mindset of the entire northern youths. And they even blasted Daily Trust that posted the update. They said all of them have been bought over by the APC, but they will all need to watch their backs as the protest begins. Before I show you that back and forth between the paid northern student leaders and the real students ready for the protest, let me quickly show you this update where Borno State APC Governor Babagana Zulum tried to deceive northerners not to embark upon the protest, but protesters came down heavily on him. Look at how the papers reported it. Nationwide protest can bring disaster upon Nigeria, says Borno Governor. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has said nationwide protest will bring disaster upon Nigerians, implored Nigerians not to engage in protest, for it can exacerbate the country's current hardships. In a town hall meeting held in Maiduguri on Wednesday, Mr. Zulum addressed a diverse audience of religious leaders, political figures, trade union representatives, students, and civil society members. Mr. Zulum stressed the importance of maintaining the fragile stability in Borno after the state had endured 13 years of insurgency, but was now witnessing a gradual return to peace. He said, "Any break of law and order will be a disaster for us. I am appealing not only to the people of Borno State, but to all Nigerians to shun any protest that would only bring further hardship." The governor urged citizens to engage in positive dialogue rather than resorting to demonstrations. He assured that both the federal and state governments are committed to alleviating the economic difficulties currently affecting the populace. Let us engage in positive dialogues. The federal and state governments are doing everything possible to reduce hardships. Nigerians are enduring, Mr. Zulum added. Zulum trying to deceive northerners not to protest. And he said he's even talking to the entire nation that people should shun protest and embrace dialogue. But look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Bello Aminu says, "Yes, as your son's disaster affects you. Professor Zulum, I'm highly disappointed in you. I thought initially you were a Marxist leader, only to notice uncertainties and abnormalities in you towards the vulnerable people in your state and in the nation. Only criminals hate protest." That is it. Only criminals hate protest. And this tweet here by Dr. Abdul Mui says, "Protest against APC-led government is a must. Shameless looters." Chai. And Farouk here says insecurity, hunger, high cost of living, and food inflation are more disastrous than disasters which nationwide protest might bring about. Rather, it may be the remedy for the current hardship. That is it. And this tweet here by Ayomide Akintayo says, no matter how damaging a protest is, it can never be as catastrophic as nationwide theft by political leaders. To even think there won't be protest in the first place if the political class aren't hugely stealing. Blame the action, not the reaction. That is it. Because they have no respect for the people. They think they can just talk to the people. The people are fools. They will accept what they are saying. And this tweet here by Barbosa says, it was a nationwide protest that brought the disaster called APC. And maybe it is the same protest that will correct that. You know, when they talk, they forget that it was through protest that they emerged. Heartless human beings. Nigerians must not miss this opportunity to shake the political class. If possible, shake everything up so much that we will need to rebuild. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at that statement by the paid so-called Northern student leaders and how the other Northern students reacted. Look at how the papers reported it. Hardship. Northern students withdraw from planned nationwide protest. A group of students belonging to the Coalition of Concerned Northern Youth and Students has announced their withdrawal from a planned nationwide protest against hunger and economic hardship in Nigeria. The decision was conveyed by Comrade Jibrin Sani Bello, Senate President of the National Association of Kano State Students, during a press briefing in Kano. Bello explained that the withdrawal stemmed from concerns over the unknown identity of the protest organizers. Preparations for the protest were at an advanced stage, but upon reflection and consultations, Nigerian students should refrain from participating in the nationwide protest due to lack of knowledge about its organizers, he stated. The students emphasized that protests often disrupt academic activities, which would adversely affect their educational journeys. While acknowledging the economic challenges in the country, they cautioned against exacerbating the situation through poorly organized protest. We recognize the economic hardship facing Nigerians, but we believe that participating in an unknown protest could lead to unintended consequences, Bello added. The students expressed suspicions of potential financial inducements influencing the protest organizers' motives, prompting their decision to withdraw. Instead of protest, the students advocated for the expansion of the National Education Loan Fund to provide education for eligible students pursuing education locally or internationally. Abdurrahman Mansa, a student at Umar Musa Yar'Adua University in Katsina, highlighted previous instances where protests extended academic sessions, disrupting students' schedule and potentially exacerbating educational challenges. Then he said the most foolish thing here. He said we must organize ourselves effectively as students. Protests can disrupt our academic progress and may not effectively address Nigeria's broader challenges. We rely on divine intervention to resolve our national issues, Mansa concluded. Now, from this last line, it is clear to me that this guy was never even part of the protest. These were just some guys. And someone said it in the comment section. I don't know if I took that comment. He said 12 people cannot gather and stop something that the entire youths in northern Nigeria have decided to do. And let's look at how the youths reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Moody Abdullahi Abubakar says, some few people collected money and drafted a letter and submitted to this useless media in Nigeria to cause confusion. Oh, Abdullahi Idris says, fake northern students, not the real ones. And Abba Muhammad Bafa here says, film episodes is important than this useless, unfortunate news. We are all from North, and we are all students from Bayero University, Kano, and we are 100% ready for a massive protest due to hardship starting from 1st August. This is just propaganda to stop us, but it won't. You can see the resolve of the Northerners. Man, what is coming We don't know the end of it yet. And this tweet by M.I. Abubakar says, this kind of story is cooked up. Most of the time, it is used to weaken the morale of zealful ones. North is vast. A single person can't make a decision for millions of students because he is being paid up by the cabals. That is it. And some people may say, look at how Northerners are so serious about this protest now. Why weren't they serious under Buhari? It does not concern me. If the North did not protest under Buhari, they did not stop the South from protesting. So people should just stop dropping that lame line. And this tweet here by Suleiman says, this information is just a diversion, but the protest is still on. Chai. And Aminu Jafar says, point of correction, APC Northern students, not Northern students. He said those ones have been bought over by the APC. They can go and do whatever they want to do. Udeni here says, don't be misled by their fabricated information. Chai. Shuraim Abubakar here says, pure lies. Dangida says, we must go out. And Khalifa here says, APC Northern students, not Northern students. That is it. The resolve is so strong coming from Northern Nigeria. Their clerics have tried. Governor has tried. They have all failed. And a lot of people have been saying it, that the day Northern Nigeria will wake up, that is the day politicians will be in trouble. I just hope and pray that this is the time. There can't be a better time. Look at the economic situation of this country. People can no longer feed. People are close to dropping dead on the streets. What else are we waiting for? Insecurity is widespread. They are not even saying anything about it. The government, when they come out to talk, they will tell you they have technically destroyed, they have done this, they have done that. And no matter how difficult a situation is, no matter how people complain, what they do is to come out and share rice. As if rice is the only food. You are bringing 20 trucks of rice to a state. That is like 1 mudu per person. Is that what we are talking about? It shows that these people are far removed from our own realities. And only protest can bring out the result that Nigerians are looking for. And like I said, Nigerians must go all out to be able to achieve anything with this protest. When that 10 items they are demanding comes out, let it be strong. Let it be very, very strong, and let Nigerians mean the ultimatum. It shouldn't be more than 14 days. There is nothing they want to achieve in this country, even if it's to scatter the entire National Assembly. You want them to remove the bicameral nature of our legislature. You want them to change the Electoral Act and all that. All those things can be done within 14 days. After all, they changed the whole national anthem within 48 hours. Nigerians should put their foot down, and with that, there's nothing that we cannot achieve. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news where una go like. Why? Because now because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away. Don't go.